The story opens with the iconic sunrise over the Pride Lands of Tanzania, a kingdom where nature's delicate balance is maintained by a pride of lions, ruling from the majestic Pride Rock. This introduction immediately establishes the circle of life, a theme that suggests every creature has a place and a responsibility, a philosophy the king, Mufasa, takes very seriously. As the animal kingdom gathers to witness the presentation of the newborn prince Simba by the wise shaman Rafiki, the film sets up a high-stakes hierarchy. However, the harmony is threatened by Mufasa's brother, Scar, whose resentment isn't just personal but represents a fundamental threat to the natural order. Because Simba's birth has removed Scar from the line of succession, his envy transforms into a calculated plan for regicide. As Simba grows, Mufasa attempts to instill in him the heavy burden of leadership, teaching him that while a king can do what he wants, a true ruler looks for ways to serve. This is a crucial bit of character development, contrasting Simba's youthful arrogance with the reality of the crown. Scar, sensing this naivety, begins his manipulation by preying on Simba's desire to prove his bravery. By accidentally revealing the existence of a forbidden elephant graveyard, Scar ensures that Simba's curiosity will lead him into danger. This sequence highlights the vulnerability of youth. Simba sees the world as a playground, unaware that his uncle is using his best friend Nala and their babysitter Zazu as pawns in a much deadlier game involving a trio of hungry hyenas. The narrative shifts from a coming-of-age story to a Shakespearean tragedy during the infamous wildebeest stampede. This is the moment Scar's intellectual villainy shines. He doesn't just want Mufasa dead, he wants Simba's spirit broken. By murdering Mufasa and then convincing the traumatized cub that he is responsible for his father's death, Scar commits a psychological execution. He forces Simba into a self-imposed exile, driven by a survivor's guilt so deep that it completely erases the young lion's sense of duty. With Simba gone and Mufasa dead, Scar takes the throne, and his decision to allow the hyenas into the Pride Lands serves as a visual metaphor for his poor leadership, as the land begins to wither and die under his selfish rule. Simba's transition into adulthood happens in a lush jungle oasis, where he is rescued by the outcast Timon and Pumbaa. Their philosophy of Hakuna Matata serves as a necessary coping mechanism for Simba's PTSD, but it also represents a state of arrested development. While he grows physically strong on a diet of insects, he remains a hollow version of himself, refusing to face the past. It isn't until Nala stumbles into his new home that the reality of his abandonment is brought to light. Her revelation that the Pride Lands have become a wasteland creates a conflict between Simba's desire for comfort and his inherent responsibility. This tension is finally resolved through the spiritual intervention of Rafiki and the ghost of Mufasa, who reminds Simba that his identity is inextricably linked to his lineage. The climax of the film is a battle for the soul of the kingdom. Simba's return to a dark, scorched Pride Rock signifies his growth from a carefree runaway to a selfless king. The confrontation with Scar is a masterclass in tension, as Scar nearly succeeds in using Simba's guilt against him one last time. However, Scar's own arrogance proves to be his undoing. By whispering the truth about Mufasa's death, he provides Simba with the very spark of rage needed to fight back. The ensuing battle involves the entire Pride and Simba's jungle friends, showing that a true king inspires loyalty through respect rather than fear. In the final moments, the poetic justice of Scar's demise, falling to the very hyenas he betrayed, closes the circle. As the rain washes away the fire and the wasteland begins to bloom once more, Simba takes his place at the peak of Pride Rock. The film concludes with the presentation of Simba and Nala's own cub, a powerful visual confirmation that while individuals may fall, the cycle of life and the responsibilities of leadership endure through the generations.